Okay, we are given the question. We are asked, find the area enclosed by the two curves. We have two curves here. The one in blue and the one in red. So before I will solve this, let's look at this diagram. So generally, we have two formulas to solve that. So it depends whether it's in respect to x-axis or y-axis. So if you are given two curves, maybe this is the first curve, y, this is the second curve. Maybe if it's fx, y, this is gx, g of x. So assuming the two intersects at x equal to a and x equal to b, and we're asked to find the area enclosed by this a. So the area is always the integral from a to b. So it's a definite integral, and the difference between the two functions, where the upper one, that is the one on top, will subtract the one below. So that's the formula whenever we are given two curves. But if with respect to y-axis, maybe this is the first curve, y this is the second curve. So maybe if this is g of y, because this is now in terms of y-axis, y this is f of y. If the two intersect at maybe c to d, that's from c to d, at d and c, then this area that is formed by the two curves, a area is the same thing as the definite integral from c to d of the right function, which is the one here is the right one, while this is left. So f of y minus g of y dy. So that's what we are going to use here. So looking at this is the same thing as what we have before. So but this one is now in terms of y-axis. So at the point of intersection is -1 and 1. So the area now, this area we are looking for this. So this area now is equal to the integral from -1 to 1 of the right function is 1 minus, I told you it will be a function of y, 1 minus y raised to power 4 minus the left function is y cube minus y. So anything dy. So that's the answer. So once we integrate this, that's the answer. So we have that area is integral -1 to 1. So this we have 1 minus this times that is plus, so 1 plus y minus y cube minus y raised to power 4 dy. You get, I open the bracket 1, this is c minus y raised to power 4, minus times minus plus, minus times that minus. So we integrate. Integral of 1 is y. Integral of y is y squared over 2. Do you remember how you do integration? Integral of anything of this form is you add 1 to the power, divide by the result, times the constant. So 1 is like 1 is 1 1y raised to the power 0. So we have 1y, 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1. That's how it became y. So that same thing, 1 plus 1 is 2 over 2. So minus y raised to the power 4 over 4 minus y raised to the power 5 over 5. Remember, this is a definite integral. So from minus 1 to 1. So we need to substitute the value of 1 after substitute the value, the values here after you subtract the lower limit from the upper limit. So we have, so we'll substitute now. Let's substitute 1 here. We have 1 plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5. So we've substituted 1. Let's substitute minus 1. We have minus 1 plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 over 4 plus 1 over 5. We substituted minus 1 in all of them. So you subtract. So that's the meaning of this. So we have 1 minus minus 1 is 1 plus 1, which is 2. Half minus half is 0. Minus 1 over 4 minus 1 over 4 is 0. Minus 1 over 5 minus 1 over 5 is minus 2 over 5. So the answer is 8 over 5 square units because it's area. So the answer is option B. So this is just the equation on definite integral, the area under a curve.